When you mentioned Floyd, and you talk about he was not a draw prior to going to the WWE, and then he went to the WWE and came out. He became the biggest draw in boxing history. How much do you think just learning to play the character and learning to do the things he did in WWE helped him in boxing? Do you think that translates for athletes like Brock, like Cain, and like Tyson?
Yeah, look, I don't know if it was learning what he did when he came in with us, but I think there was a moment in time where Floyd went from being Pretty Boy Floyd to being this amazing boxer to, like, yeah, I have to figure out how to make people pay to come and see me. If I'm going to create this persona like they did in wrestling when I was a kid. He was a huge fan, so he watched it. And when I was around him, I trained him for the Big Show fight, and I spent a lot of time around him. I learned a lot. That's exactly what he did. He created a Money Mayweather persona. He was doing it before he came in and did the Big Show stuff with us, but it was part of a very calculated plan on his part to take arguably the best fighter in the world. And I listened to him say this: "Why do I make the most money? Because I'm the best fighter in the world." Arguable, right? Why do I make the most money in the world? Because people want to see me get my mouth shut. People want to come in and see this character. And if I play that character right, and his idea for the HBO 24/7s, his pitch to them to go and do that, and it was like you take these two fighters and you build a WWE story around them and you follow them over a period of time. I promise you, I'll give you a show like nobody else can. And on that character alone, you'll sell fights, and they did. That was very smart on his part. Then he did us. WrestleMania, different level. Dancing with the Stars, different level. All those things create awareness of who you are as a star, a celebrity, right? And being a household name. Tyson Fury, that's what this is a lot of it for him. This will help him dramatically. It's a crossover for both sides, but this will help him dramatically in that fight with Deontay Wilder or whoever's after that.
Paul, how did things come together with Cain? Because I know that you guys talked to him last year. He was performance center for a week, and now he's on board. How did the things come together?
Yeah, so I think what I was saying before applies here. When I saw Cain before, he was kind of like, well, I'm interested in this. Got in the ring with us, worked with him for a few days. Athletes definitely there. Showman, don't know yet, right? Because it's just tryout, but athletes definitely there. We're definitely interested, but he's still dabbling with it's not out of his head yet. I still fight, and I don't know, bug's not there. So then I watch him. Dorian told me he was going to go there. Okay, I'm going to pay attention to this. I see what he does, but I'm not looking at what he did, the athletics. I'm looking at what's in his eyes when he's doing it. I see the gleam in his eye. I see that excitement of, he's having fun, right? He's digging this. This is something for him now that is, he's done it now, and in the doing it, caught the bug, like Ronda did. So then it was a reach out, and there was the conversation, and now he was like, yeah, no, I think I'm done fighting, and I think I'd like to do this more. So you might as well do it in the biggest place in the world to do it, right? So then that deal came together. Tyson was a little different. It's kind of an idea that was on the table, and then we asked the question, and it was like, yeah, no, I'd definitely be interested in doing something with you guys. Matter of fact, I have time right now. Anything coming up in the near future? Like, funny you should say that, yeah, and here you go, right?
So you actually went to Tyson first?
So years ago, there had been a reach out from his side to us. This was before, when he was champion, but before he had issues and stepped away. So there was an interest there, and we'd had some brief conversations. So this was just a reach out to say, hey, if we had an idea, would this be interesting? And the return back was enthusiastically yes. And enthusiastically yes, and I have some time right now because I'm not fighting again for a little bit, and this would keep me training and everything else under the sun, and it changes our thinking. Maybe we would think about this in a different manner. You're always thinking about stuff for this year, next year, the year after that, right? So then the pieces move around and shift, and so here we are. Once we got to that point, then it was like boom, we were done.
And what is it about you to get things done? You got NXT done. You got this done. You got Bruno to come back. Like you're almost you are a better businessman than you are a wrestler, and that's saying a lot.
Oh well, I'm glad. I wasn't sure how to take that.
Hunter, I'm sorry.
No. Look, I think just at the end of the day, for me, it's just about the passion to do this and the honesty to talk about it. Throw it on the table, see if it's there. Make the phone calls, have the right connections to get the people on the phone, and then just see if it's something that wants to happen. Some of them go real quick, some of them take a long time. Bruno took forever. There was a lot of baggage to get through on that one, but you know, I thank you for the compliment, but I don't think this environment, the WWE, the environment sells itself. You know, it's like having the best car in the world and going like, "Hey, you just want the car or not?" It's really what I got to do. There's nothing special there. It's just it sells itself.
Have you learned anything so far from the Wednesday fights?
Say again?
From the Wednesday battle. I mean, what's your take after a couple of weeks NXT on with the opposition? What's kind of your take on how everything's going right now?
I'm very happy with the shows we've put on. You know, I've said this a million times. It's about us putting on the best show we can. I'm not worried about the other components of it. I'm not worried about who's doing what, when we're doing this, when they're doing that, combating this or that. It doesn't matter. I just want to put on the show we put on. I'm not looking to change NXT other than to make it better than what it was, which I've been trying to do for the last however long it's been on TV, 5-7 years, whatever it is. Every single show we do, if I don't try to make it better than the one we did before, like I'm kind of not doing a good job, right? Like you always want it to be better. Put on the best show we can. At the end of the day, this is just fans win, right? Like it's all good. It's all good. Nobody forces anybody to turn on any channel, watch anything, pick one or the other. Like you watch it if you want. Don't watch it if you want. It's a great thing. And for us, we're in it for the long haul. That's what we do. It's been doing this for 50 years. It's been the longest running show, Raw, second SmackDown. It's a marathon. It isn't a sprint. We do what we do.
And Paul,
And if it continues on this, great. It's all good.